I want to welcome you back to Clip It Real Talk. I have a phenomenal influencer, trendsetter, coach, songwriter. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. He is the vice president of Bronner Brothers. And if anybody don't know what Bronner Brothers is, it's one of the biggest African-American owned companies in our industry. So with no further ado, I would like to introduce to you Charles King.
Thank you.
Hey, Charles, welcome to Clip It.
Thank you so much. Look, with that type of introduction, I need to take you everywhere I go and let you introduce me. Yeah, but glad to be aboard.
Yes. So I want my audience to know that you are the vice president to one of the biggest distributors in our beauty industry, which is Bronner Brothers, correct?
Yes, of professional sales, vice president of professional sales for Bronner Brothers.
Okay, of professional sales. So we want to make sure that's correct. And I don't want to, this show, I want to tell my audience, this show is about breaking the barriers outside of the beauty industry. We as artists have so many different talents that I just want people to know that we don't just do hair or run a hair company or anything like that, right, Charles?
That's absolutely correct.
We have so many different talents and gifts that we give freely.
Yes.
And Charles, I would like for you to explain to my audience, as a mentor to children, as a coach to adults, as a songwriter, a producer. We're going to cover all of this, but it's never ending with this dude. He is like phenomenal in every way that I have no words. So Charles, can you just tell me a little bit about your walk outside of the beauty industry? You can also tell me a little bit about that as well.
Okay. Will do.
You've been in the beauty industry for 24 years.
Yes.
So can you just tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. Okay. Well, again, thank you so much for that, Juanita. My name is Charles King. I've been in the industry for 24 years. I started out working for my brother in the beauty industry when I first got into the industry. My brother started a company called Vision 2000 Products. And prior to working for him, I used to work at a university after college, moving furniture, things of that nature. And basically, he came to me after working at the university for about 6 years. He said, "Hey, I have an opportunity for you." And I said, "Okay, what's that?" He said, "It's working in the beauty industry." I'm like, "Okay." And Juanita, at this time, I had no experience with sales, beauty, or anything. So he asked me if I would come work for him. And at this time, his company was brand new because he had been in it for himself for a year.
Okay.
So coming aboard, of course, it offered its own fear of coming to work for my brother, first of all, and then working in new industry. And then with me, Juanita, leaving a job, a 9 to 5, where there was comfort, if you will.
Yes.
You kind of know where I'm going. If I'm comforted, and like my brother used to say, I was getting an automatic check.
Okay.
Every 2 weeks, I knew I was going to get paid. I knew exactly what that check amount was going to be. I had health insurance, all of the bells and whistles that come with a 9 to 5 or corporate job, if you will. So anyway, moving forward, for time's sake, I decided to come and work for him. Now, Juanita, I wrote a book, and we'll get into that. I don't want to jump,
Yes,
but
we
I wrote
will.
a book that's called Overcome Unknown. But it
Yes.
was one of my unknowns, leaving a job that I would work 8 hours. Didn't make that much, but I knew I was going to get a check. And by that time, uh, it was a fear. I was afraid to leave. And when he asked me the question if I would come and work for him, I took about a whole month before I decided to say yes, because I was going back and forth, back and forth.
Yes.
Should I?
Yes.
Should
With
so
fear, right?
fear is no joke, no joke. So to your audience, I don't want you to think that fear is one of those things you can just kind of brush off your shoulder and
Right.
keep it, because it was
You
not.
got you got to do it. You got to do it afraid.
You got to do it a frame all day long. So after about 30 days, I came to him because at this point I had been avoiding his phone calls because he wanted to know if I was going to come and work for him. So I gathered up enough nerve. In my book, I talk about it a little bit, gathering up enough heart muscle to answer the phone and say yes. He said, "What are you going to do? Are you coming to work with me or not?" So Juanita, I decided to come and work with him and
Yes.
leave with benefits, insurance, and
Yes.
uh, time I think I was making $8 or $9 an hour moving
Oh,
furniture.
wow.
But I had been on this job for like 5 years already, so I
Okay.
was kind of established at the job, and then,
So you thought. So you thought.
so I thought, you got it. So moving forward, I worked with him for 2 years. There, Juanita, that's where I got the training. I got the training of selling products, selling myself first, and then selling a product, which was the product I was selling. And I learned while working with my brother that, when you're selling a product, you sell yourself first, because the thing that you are really selling is yourself. And that's
Yes.
50% of
Yes.
whatever it is you're selling.
Yes.
So if you have, I got some German, I'm not going to promote other products, but
Oh, you
for
can.
instance, but yeah, so if I have this right here, if I want to sell you this, I first have
No.
to sell myself.
Exactly. So since I'm okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's a whole nother. Did you have more to say in regards to
Well,
working for your
selling yourself
brother?
50%. Yeah. So I just wanted to bring you up to speed where it all started.
Okay. So your passion and your purpose
Mm,
is helping people and reaching them reach their full potential.
yes.
And that has a lot to do with this person
Mm,
that is a author, an influencer, a coach, and
mm.
just speaks and takes people to their next level in life. So, Charles, can you tell us, and please lift your book up because I told you. All right. And it is Overcoming the Unknown.
Mm-hmm.
Overcoming the Unknown. Charles, please tell me a little bit about this book that you have wrote for us as
Sure.
entrepreneurs, as hairstylists, as people that struggle with life on life terms.
Okay. So Juanita, it's funny that you mentioned that when you go to talking about helping people, first of all, that's one whole chapter of itself. And then helping people reach their full potential. Kind of feel the chill bumps on my arm a little bit. So I knew at an early age, around 26, what I was supposed to have been doing.
Okay.
And that was to help people. Now, did I know how to help people? No. I didn't know what vehicle I needed to take. I just knew that, if I may say, God dropped something in me, dropped that nugget in me.
Give him
And he's
the glory.
this all
Yes.
day. So this is what I want you to do, because, I've always been a people person. I've always been a person that, I never meet a stranger. But with that, that was one of those gifts that God had given me, just having favor with people.
Okay.
So when he told me that, hey, this is what I want you to do. And I kind of knew that, I had a thing with people, meeting people and helping people with what they were already doing. Even if I had to give them a word of advice to say, hey, you're doing a great job. I know you just started, but just keep going, or whatever that may be. So he let me know at the age of 26 what my purpose was. Was to help people reach their full potential. So since the age of 26, whatever capacity I could help people, whether it was with a word, whether it was assisting them, whether it was monetarily. And I would say you don't have to have money to help people, but I didn't have any money then. So it was a word of advice. It was either helping them with whatever it was that they were trying to do. So this was my way of helping them, because if people felt that they were not alone in starting a business, or they were not alone in trying to finish, a project or something like that, if I can assist them and help them with what it is they're trying to do, I'm helping them believe in themselves. So I like how
Yes.
he said, sometimes it takes the belief of other people to believe in you before you can believe yourself. So
Yes.
I can attest to that, because I had some people to grab me by the hand and
Yes.
say, hey, let me show you another way, or
Yes.
let me show you how to do such and such. So this passion that I have to help people, um, it's a passion when you don't so much charge people, or there's not a price tag that comes along with. You just feel good about helping people do what it is they love to do. Now, the problem
Yes.
is, a lot of people don't know what their passion is. They
Okay.
don't know what their passion is. They don't know what their gifts are. They don't know why it is they're here on this earth to do whatever it is they're trying to do. So
Right.
many people, they're searching. And I
Yes.
ask one simple question. If you can do this one thing that you just absolutely love to do without getting a paycheck, what
Hmm.
would that be?
Wow.
And they say, oh, I love to fry chicken. Oh, I love to bake cakes. Or I love helping people, whatever it is.
Right.
And
Right.
and that in which you just told me, that is your passion, because
Yes.
your passion fuels you. You could work on a job and be doing something you do not like to do, but you will not be there long. But if someone asks you, Juanita, hey, I want you to come to the salon. I want you to show me how to do this style. I want you to show me this cut, this and that. You're already in it.
Yes.
You spent several hours in beauty school learning it. And then
Yes.
I'm probably doing it before you got your license, which most stylists do. But if it's something that you already like doing, you're not going to really charge a person to do that, because it's already what you love. That is your
And
passion. Oh my God, you want me to help you? Girl, let me show you how I learned this 5 years ago. Let me show you. And you can see the zeal and zest in their eyes.
yes. Yes.
So I tell people, if you focus on your passion and work in your passion, focus on your passion, the money will come. But people get it twisted
Yes.
and go out and say, I want to get that job because it pays a lot, or I want to do this because it pays a lot. They may do it, and they may spend 8 hours or 8 years in school trying to get this degree to be that, but then they find out this isn't really what I was called to do, or this isn't what I wanted to do.
Yes.
All they're getting paid a lot of money,
Yes.
but they
Yes.
don't love Anita.
Right.
So my mission is to help people find their purpose and then help them win in that purpose.
Amen. As a coach and as an influencer, born and raised in Atlanta, Georgia, you are
Yes.
definitely, what can I say about you? You are an influencer, you are a motivator, you are a coach, you have words to keep people moving forward. Now, in your book, you talk about, some of the struggles in life that you may have endured.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell
Mm-hmm.
us maybe some of your struggles that you had to, I know, hey, we all, let me tell you, have things as artists because you fell into the beauty industry. You didn't fall into the beauty industry for no reason. You are an artist in so many different ways. And so, can you just tell my audience a little bit about some of your life struggles that you had to endure and then get past that to move forward?
Absolutely. So, as you mentioned, many of us have struggles or we have failed at things.
Yes.
Uh, had many struggles. One struggle was I remember working for a job and being let go, and they called it downsize, but being let go from this job. Uh, First time being let go and stuff like that, and I thought I did a great job, and my sales said I did a great job, so I didn't
Right.
understand why am I being let go again. I mean, the sales there, the people love me, and I'm getting let go. So am I supposed to do the reverse? Please help me here. So a
Right.
struggle being let go when I didn't realize or understand why. And I had no one to tell me why. They couldn't tell me. So even going to HR, I don't understand why. They say, well, this is what it is, you know? And in Georgia, it's a right to hire and it's a right to fire with no
Right.
excuse. So that situation was really like my first real struggle of doing something that you wanted to do and doing well in it, the world say, but then being let
Right.
go. So I had to get past the um the best word I want to say. I had to get past the person that let me go. So I had to say, you know
The
what?
rejection, do you think?
The rejection, I had to get past, him not letting me know face to face as a man should do. Let me know where I messed up so I can fix it. Or when I choose another job, let me know what I did here so I won't repeat the same thing at the other place.
Right.
So the first thing I had to do was I had to forgive that person.
Wow. That's awesome.
I had to forgive because I don't care what you are doing in life. If you felt someone has done you wrong, and you have all in your heart, or you feel like this person is at you or envy, whatever it may be, you have to release them from you. You have to
Yes.
that weight, because
Yes.
if you try to move forward and I put two big 45 dumbbells on your shoulder and tell you to walk forward, you're not going to get very far because you're carrying baggage. So I had
Yes.
to forgive him, not walk up to him and say, hey, you know what? I don't like what you did, but I'm going to forgive you anyway. I had to forgive him in my heart. And when I did that, I was blessed beyond measures when I did that. I
Okay.
felt I felt that what I did for this particular company, I could do it somewhere else. And if I made all this money for that company, surely I could do it for another company or for myself.
Okay.
So then, Juanita, was my transition from working for someone to working for myself, because I didn't like how that felt. I did not like working and not having control of my time. Understood?
Okay. Yep.
So that was
Yep.
a major struggle getting past that.
And so, how did you actually overcome some of the failures in your life?
Mm. Personal development.
Personal
Personal
development.
development. And
Okay.
what I mean about personal development, I love to read, Juanita. And at that time in my life, I've always loved to read, but I would either stop in a store and I would pick up a self-help book to help me to understand people. Got me? Because
Mm-hmm.
at that, I knew everybody was not like me, because if I was that person and I try to put myself in the other person's shoes, so if I had to let somebody go, the least I could do is let that person know what they did wrong. And now
Okay.
that I'm in a position where I have employees up under me, and I have partner, and I like to call my employees partners. So not
Okay.
under me, they're my partners. but this is how I run a division. We're all partners. We're in this together. When you win, I win. And when we win together, we all win. So if someone messes up, don't leave them in the mess. Don't let them go on not knowing why they messed up or what they did. Let them know what they did, tell them what they should have done, and then you move forward from there. Because no matter where they go, they shouldn't repeat that same situation that they did the last time. They should have learned something and matured and got better. So that was one of the struggles. The way that I moved forward was personal development, listening to people like Tony Robbins, listening to people like Les Brown, listening to people like Lisa Nichols, listening to people like Jim Rohn, listening to people like Eric Thomas. And this is what I ate and sleep. So instead of listening to, I'm in Atlanta, instead of listening to the radio, I started to call out a station, but the radio, I was listening to personal development.
Yes.
So when I was,
Influencers.
yes. And so what that did for me was it encouraged me to start my own business. So I started my own distribution while I was selling combs and blow dryers and flat irons and just different things. Since I was working at this company, I got kind of good, got a little experience from my brother working with him. I said, you know what? I'm going to start my own. And I did that for 3 years and I sold hair extensions. And I did
Okay.
quite well for myself.
Okay.
Quite well. I did really well. And so the way that I got past it was personal development. And I got it
Okay.
from other coaches as well.
Okay. Now, my question to you is, you know, I'm in the beauty industry, you're in the beauty industry. There is a life extended outside of the beauty industry.
Yes.
You are a man with so many hats. You have so many talents. You have a single out there. You are a singer, songwriter, producer. You have your own record label, correct? Am I?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, we're going to hit on that too. You have actually recreated yourself, reinvented yourself over and over and over again. Um, Still being in this prominent company, Bronner Brothers. What drives you to be this man of so many different hats, so many different talents? You want to just share everything about you. Can you tell me what that is inside of you that wants to give so much of you to so many people?
Sure. Well, I'll tell you one thing that drives me, Juanita, is having the love for people. I love people. That is my drive. And I feel blessed that, God has given me these talents. And I have to give my parents, credit as well. My mom was a singer. She was a great singer in church. We grew up in church, myself, my sister, and my brother who sings as well. And even my grandparents. So the singing came from an early age.
Okay.
But the love of people is really my drive. I do all of these other things because I understand that you can't reach people. You can reach people in one lane. Yes, you can. But if God has given me a gift where I could sing and maybe I can get to your heart that way versus writing a book, you may not like to read. So, but if I could sing positive words to you, which is music is an inspirational and it's an international language, then maybe I can get to you in song. Well, and the other thing is, thank God for the business principles that I learned at Bronner Brothers and from my brother,
Okay.
because give Bronner Brothers their due diligence. Daryl Bronner,
Yes.
who he was the vice president of New Expressions when I came on. He hired me after I left my brother's company, and then I have to give reverence to the Bronner Brothers themselves. I didn't know the dad, but being around them, they encourage you to be an entrepreneur. Yes, they will hire you, but at the same time, they want you to learn the principles of business. And when you take, and they're not just going to say, sit down, watch what I tell you, but while
Okay.
you're working with someone, you learn the principles of business. You learn to be on time. You learn to always have a start date and also have a deadline. You learn things like keep God first, family second, and business third. You learn these
Yes.
things. These are
Yes.
the these are the pillars of life that would carry you through life and keep you strong in everything that you do. They also teach that have multiple streams of income. So with having these gifts
Yeah.
that God has given me, I said I'm going to utilize each and every last one of them.
God
But the
bless you.
difficult part is, Juanita, when you're gifted that way, you don't know what to give full throttle at that time. Then should I let off the pillow on this one? Then should I go ahead and write the book? Okay. Then okay, I got the book, but now he done put this song in my head. So should I let off on this and then start the song? So through experiences, I learned that you cannot give two different things 100%. So
Amen.
I had to learn that you have to give whatever it is you're doing, give it 100%. You do that, you finish that. And then once you're done, then you move on to the next thing because people be everywhere. Hours everywhere.
Yes. Yes.
You can't do it. I hear people say that, I know how to multitask. Maybe you do, but you have given nothing 100%.
Right. And what's
Nothing.
the name of your single, if I
The
may
name
ask?
of my single is called You Are All I Need.
You
So
are
it
all
is
I need.
You Are All I Need. And you can find it on Spotify. You can find it on Apple Music. You can find it on Amazon Music as well. And it is a love ballad written to God, but the words, if you just listen to it, you would think you're singing to your honey or to your boo at the same
I love
time.
it.
Yes, but I
Yeah.
co-wrote this song with a young lady. She is deceased now, but I co-wrote the song with a young lady by the name of Vicky McKissick.
Okay.
Um, she was a great singer,
Sorry to hear
met her
that.
in church. She sung with a lot of old school artists back in the days, a lot of celebrities. And she heard me singing in church and she came to me and said, she said, God got so much in you and
Yes.
it's so much more you need to be doing. So she came to
Yes.
me, we collabed, we wrote the single together, and beautiful song, beautiful song.
Awesome. Awesome. I am totally so grateful to have you on Clip of Real Talk. You have been such a great influencer in our beauty industry. Um, Bronner Brothers is one of the top distributors, one of the top um, businesses in our industry as far as African American. And I am so honored to have you, Charles King, on
Yes,
Clip
thank
It Real Talk. You are so blessed and you have so many talents that you give freely and as a coach, as a mentor. And I encourage everyone to just check him out in regards to his influences, in regards to coaching, in regards to life journeys, in regards to his book,
you. Yes,
Overcoming the Unknown, Ways
yes,
to Create a Better Life Despite Your Fears.
yes.
Now, one more thing before we close.
Okay.
Despite your fears,
Mm, mm.
people
Oh,
got
yeah.
so many fears and
Mm,
doubts. And how do you move past that? Well, I know, believe me, only but
mm.
for the grace of God.
That's right. So,
But in layman terms,
yeah, in layman terms, I tell those when that fear pops up in your heart and you feel the anxiety and the stresses that comes with fear, that is the time that you should push forward because everything that you seek, everything that you are looking for, every good reward that you are looking for, it is on the other side of fear. The other side, which means you have to face your fears. You got to get
yes,
through it first. If you want to be the heavyweight champion of the world, you have to fight the guy who's at the top. You have to get
yes,
past and go around him. If you go around him, you won't get heavyweight champion because he's that guy.
That's
You
right.
have to, and once you beat him, then you will be crowned or get that belt. It's the same thing with fear. Whatever you are afraid of or scared of, well, I'm too scared. Well, I don't know what it's going to be like. Of course, that is the unknown. But I
Yes.
promise you, I can guarantee you, if you push forward and just keep moving, keep going, jump, like Steve Harvey say jump and grow your
Yes.
wings on the way down. I promise you, if you do it,
Yes.
you will win, and you will win big. And then that'll be one thing you can put up under your belt and say, I did that.
Yes.
Next,
Yes.
next.
Well, you know what? Thank you so much, Mr. King, for
You're welcome.
giving us your time and giving us your nuggets of wisdom
You're welcome.
and experience in life. I want to just tell my audience, all of his information is going to be in the caption. You have any questions, you have anything that you want to just inquire, all of his information, his email, the book, his music, everything that he's about will be in the information in the caption down below. Also, please don't forget to subscribe and follow and ring the bell, and also share the good news. Overcoming the Unknown is his book. And you can get that on Amazon.
Yes.
Right?
Amazon.com.
Amazon.com.
Yes.
And does it come in, how does it come?
It comes in paperback and in ebook format. It comes in both.
So it comes in both. And please, please support your fellow brother. Purchase his book, purchase his music, and please listen to this awesome interview with a phenomenal man of wisdom and knowledge, Mr. Charles King. Thank you so much for coming on to Clip It Real Talk.
You're welcome. Thank you so much, Juanita. I appreciate it. Thank you for the opportunity. And I just want to say, love your show. Awesome.
Thank you.
It's professional. It's classy. I just love it. So I would definitely time it in to watch other episodes as well, because I'm learning so much from your other guests. But thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And God bless you. Be safe and stay healthy.
Sure will. Thank you. Same to you.